Hello guys and welcome to the custom Kha'Zix Champion Spotlight. Today we'll be covering his basic abilities, basic tactics and the average score of the champion. As you can see, I'm currently playing with the bots, of course, why not. I'm just kind of exploring him, and I decided to make a spotlight so that you can explore him with me as well. Kha'Zix uses evolving abilities which is available at levels of 6, 11 and 16. You can upgrade one of his 4 abilities to increase his stats or effect. His abilities are quite simple actually. His passive Unseen Threat. Whenever you're not seen by an enemy, you gain a buff which increases the damage with your magic jamming upon the next impacting champion and slows him for a brief period of time. Cure claws an enemy, targeted enemy in front of you, dealing damage, and when involved, it deals damage based on your enemy's HP. W, that is Void Spike, sends a cone of bullet in front of you. If you're near the explosion, you'll get healed for a small percentage, but actually as you scale late game, that will be sometimes helpful, and you max Void Spike when you're jungling force. His third ability, Leap. It's, as I said, it leaps towards an enemy dealing damage, and when you're evolving it, when you're evolving ability, each time you kill or assist on killing champion, the cooldown is refreshed. Kha'Zix is an assassinate type of a champion. As you can see, he can deal a lot of damage in small burst amount of time. The best way to fight with him is to go into the bush and wait, so that you can refresh your Unseen Threat, your passive. His ultimate is also quite as simple. You activate it, you get stealth for like 1 second or so, and you get increased movement speed by 40%. You can cast it second time and get stealth again for 1 second, increasing your movement speed. Of course, this ability when involved can be cast 3 times, and while in stealth mode you take 40% reduced damage. As you can see, this is evolving abilities. I recommend evolving claws because it's your primary source of damage, and as you can see, can really burst down your foe quite easily. Of course, these are the bots, but still, you know, it counts. I believe that the Kha'Zix should be built fully AD because he's a simple assassinate bruiser, and if you build him tanky, he won't be able to be so burstive and destroy AD carrying like one simple burst. As you can see, he can deal a lot of damage in quite a short period of time, and that's why I recommend building him as solely AD. Perhaps with Guardian Angel on side, so they can, you know, burst out second time. What impresses me most about Kha'Zix is simple balance that I quite seen in him. I played 1 game with him, and what I noticed is that he can deal a lot of damage without any question, but if focused down, he dies so fast that it's actually ridiculous. I don't think that I've seen any top bruiser or jungler that dies so quickly. Fuck that Shimona. And that's what brings balance to this champion. I mean, he can destroy, annihilate his target, but he's focused down, he dies rather quickly, because even with his evolved ulti, his damage is reduced only while in stealth, and it's for like 1 second. But altogether, it's I believe 3 seconds. Yes. Okay, this build is quite good, but instead of these boots, I recommend building boots of mobility. It will give you immense speed to go through bushes, just surprise your enemies and burst them down to hell. Kha'Zix doesn't really rely on mana pool, so you don't need a blue buff except when in jungle, you know, first initial. And he doesn't really need that threat because he has Unseen Threat, which reduces damage which movement speed by 35%. When jungling, I recommend killing these two small creeps quickly so that you can do most damage to this third one. I don't have any potions to pocket, right? So, after building Taste the Fear up, I recommend building Vogue Spike simply because of healing. And when involved, okay, let's see what this bad boy can do. Yeah, I mean, it's quite powerful, true. Okay, I'm gonna die. Okay, no. Yeah, he has a lot of damage, but you see he falls down so quickly even when playing against bosses. It's actually ridiculous. That's only accidentally won't read it, doesn't matter really. As I said before, he doesn't need the red buff or blue buff. He has everything he needs already built in him. Now, his evolutions are visually amazing. As you can see, I upgraded claws and I got like these big glowing claws. And you upgrade your leap, you gain like these wings and stuff. And you upgrade your void assault to simply change yourself without become something like red or so. As a champion abilities, I recommend going Flash and Ignite if you're going top, or Exhaust and Smite if you're going jungle, simply because they stack so well on him. With Exhaust on your passive, there's no champion. Maybe Teemo. Teemo is cute and fast, that can escape you actually. Look at that damage. I don't even need to use my ulti. It's simply amazing burst. But whilst that is true, his survivability is least at 0. I mean, he doesn't have that much HP. Okay, let's just kill this and then we'll go. Dying so fast. Okay, let's back to the champion. As I said, even with runes, you go fully AD, perhaps with some armor or HP, because you need that burst. Burst is for what you live, that damage on your Q. It's amazing damage, especially if target is isolated. So after that, it's end of game. At level 16, I believe it deals 600 damage or so with solid build to isolated target, which is, as you can tell, amazing. Even if the target is building armor, you just get Last Whisper and it's story finished, as some people like to say. Now I'll show you what he can do with simple red buff. Okay, let's just kill these. Okay, I will evolve active camouflage so you can see it change. Okay, I'm evolving. Even Warwick can survive me. You see, he gets this cool look, red metal stuff. It's quite amazing actually. So as I said before, I'll show you what you can do with the red buff. Let me just kill these little small annoying creeps. Look at that, he deals 623 damage to a creep on level 11. When of course creep is isolated, but still, it's quite a lot of damage, and I believe he will be viable jungler simply because of his burst and leap. When evolved, as I said, it reduces cooldown instantly. Okay. Now, as I said, he can escape. Simple, it's like 35 plus, I don't know how much red buff gives, slow, I don't really care. It's amazing champ. I'll get back to you later when we are in the late game with my full build and stuff, so they can actually see the true power of Kha'Zix. Okay, we're kinda mid-late game here. I'm almost at the complete end of my build, and I'm just showing you what this champ can actually do to others like him. As the late game progresses, Kha'Zix gets only stronger and stronger. That is why he stacks amazingly well with items. and he simply syncs amazingly well also with every combo that there is to be. Look at that damage. It's impossible to actually survive it. Even if you go tanky, I'll just take last whisper and I screw you over like you're nothing. Now for items, I recommend building Boots of Mobility as a first or second item alongside the Brutalizer. After that you can either rush Hexdinger or Bloodthirster. After those two items you can simply go for the Maw of Malmoritus, whatever the fuck. And I found out that Frozen Mallet, believe it or not, works amazingly well with his passive. So then you can go Frozen Mallet, you can finish Brutalizer, and as a last item you can either take Class Whisper or some sort of ability if it's required. But I do not recommend doing that, simply because he doesn't need survivability. Even Frozen Mallet is a risky move. But as you can see, I already have 343 damage at the 25-minute mark. It is against bots, of course, but still, it's quite amazing. Okay, let's chase Nunu. He simply can't survive, too much damage. And there we go. With 348 damage, he's basically burst any AD carry that there is in the game. Whether it's even Jace as an AD carry, he'll burst him down rather quickly. Now, and again, thank you for tuning in.